So I made a video about the search for the graviton, and a bunch of people asked, why does there need to be a graviton? Well, there doesn't have to be, but in science we tend to use the best fit model for anything we're observing. And there's a lot of observations that point to there being some sort of particle like a graviton. Like many people, like yourself, ask, why can't gravity just be an aspect of spacetime? Well, we have seen so-called aspects of spacetime. For example, the expansion of spacetime. We know that's happening. And that expands at a rate that is not at all constrained by the speed of light, because it's just an aspect of spacetime. Again, this is a big simplification. But gravity doesn't behave that way. Gravity has a speed, and it has a max speed, and that max speed is the speed of light. And we know that that max speed points toward something traveling through space-time. So it takes 8 minutes for light to get from the sun to us. If the sun disappeared, we wouldn't stop orbiting that blank space until 8 minutes passed. Gravity has a speed. It propagates at the speed of light. And since that is the case, and since everything else that has been constrained by the speed of light as a speed maximum has been mediated by some sort of particle, and really mediation by some sort of particle just means a field exists, and if a field exists, a particle exists, and the chances of there existing something like a graviton are quite high, because all the other data we have points toward that. Is it possible that all the data we have points toward that, but regardless it's something else and the speed of light has something else to do with it? Yeah, sure, but again, we always go by the best fit model, and all of our data right now points toward the model that there is some sort of quantum explanation for gravity. So it behooves us, scientifically, to continue searching for that quantum explanation, rather than just throw up our hands and being like, this is just how space-time works, we're not going to explain it. Like, when people make comments like this, they're basically saying, why even bother searching for a grand unified theory? And that's because everything else that we've learned in science has been able to be simplified and combined. Right now, everything we know in science, period, everything we know in science, whether it's biology, chemistry, psychology, anything, it can be reduced to quantum mechanics or relativity. And most of it is quantum mechanics. And throughout all of science, that's been our quest for understanding. We want to simplify and combine theories until we get down to the root of why these things are happening. So we're not just gonna say, relativity and quantum mechanics don't agree, whatever. No, our search is for figuring out why they don't agree and how to make them agree. And the most likely explanation for that is quantum gravity.